Good afternoon. Hey, this is Dr. Ohm Schneider at the Ozark Chiropractic Clinic coming to you again with our next weekly video. And today we're going to continue on our talk with exercises. And we're going to go over shoulder problems today because I see a lot of patients with shoulder problems and they can be very troublesome to deal with. They're very chronic, they can be a nagging injury, and they take time to heal. One of the things I find most problems that people do show me is that they've had the problem and by the time they do something with it, it's been going on for a long time. So that just makes the nature of it more chronic, which makes it slower to respond. But let's go over some things that we can do to help you out right now with this, okay? First is we want to keep motion in the joint. So we want to do exercises, things to just keep mobility in the joint. So the first one is what we call the pendulum swing, okay? What we're going to do is I always want to find a table or something, whether it's a table, a counter, wherever at home that you can support yourself. Because say my left shoulder, we're going to work on it. So we're going to use my right hand to support myself. I'm going to keep my back straight. I'm going to let that left arm dangle, okay? And we're going to go in a circle each way. We'll counterclockwise, then we'll go clockwise, then we'll go crossed, and then we'll go back and forth. And you're going to do each about 10 times in each direction. And what that does, it's a very easy exercise for the shoulder because the arm's just hanging there, so you're not putting a lot of weight or pressure on it. It doesn't aggravate it very much at all. So that's called the pendulum swing. And it's always good to do both arms whenever you're exercising any joint or extremity, whether it's legs, arms, etc. Now, the next one is what we call the wall walking. What we're going to do is you're going to put your fingers on the wall, okay? And we're going to let the fingers walk it up the wall as far as you can. So we're going to go up as far as we can. And we'll do this one about 10 times each way, okay? And go as far as what you can handle and things. So that's a good one to do there, the wall walking. Another exercise is I don't have a towel or anything, but you can take a towel and you can put it between the arms. So like this, you're grabbing one end here, one end here, and you're going to pull up, you're going to pull down, up, down, up, down. And that way, you're just using the arms sort of pulling back and forth on each other. It's just getting some more motion into the shoulders again. A lot of times just going through the straight ranges of motion, going back and forth. And whenever you're using motion, when it's painful to the joint, go in the middle of the range of motion. Don't push it to the extremes. That way you're not going to hurt the joint as much. But we can keep mobility in the joint. So these are some things you can do there to try to help increase your mobility. As always, use ice, heat, new injuries, ice first, 20 minutes on, off for an hour, do this a few times a day. After a few days, you can go to heat if you like. If it's a chronic injury, you can use either or, whichever you prefer. That does best for you. Make sure you're getting that spine adjusted and those shoulders adjusted too, because that is vitally important to making sure we have good biomechanics, that things are working well. Now, once we're in better shape, and there's things you can do at home too, we'll have patients at the clinic go through and do more rehab, stretching exercises that way. So I've got one of my bands hooked up to the door. And we'll show you some of the things that we do with it. You know, whenever you're doing these things, you always want to go through, again, the middle range of motion. So this would be adduction. I'm bringing it to the body, but we're just going in the middle of the range. Nice and easy, okay? That's the adduction. Then we could do this one. This would be extension. We're going backwards, like so. Okay? That's extension. Then we're going to go flexion. We go forward, like that, all right? And then lastly would be abduction, where we come back and we take it away like so. And that's how we do those. Now the goal with any of the band exercises is to do it for a minute on each side. And you want to do it nice and slow and controlled. Once you can do for a minute, then we're going to go up and then we'll do the full range of motion. Okay? But right now we want to stay in the middle range. And if the joint ever gets where it's very uncomfortable and like you only get into it 30 seconds and you feel, oh, this is hurting, I can't do anymore, stop. That's good for the day. You can build up to it. Once you get to a minute, that's your goal. You can use weights too at home. You can use a 5-pound weight and do the same thing I did right here, just resistance. You could use a milk jug, fill it with water, an empty milk jug, fill it with some water, various weight, and you can use that as the same thing. Just we want to use resistance. This helps build up the muscles, the joints, the ligaments, which will make it stronger and you'll do better in the long run. That's a very important part of rehabbing your shoulders too, and such. But like I say, I hope this gives you a little more help with shoulder problems. I say, if you have questions, call us, because this is something we see a lot of in patients and we'll help guide you through it and help you get better quicker that way too. So I want to wish everybody a great day. I know we just had Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We got Christmas coming around the corner. And so, you know, this time of year, try not to stress out too much. You know, don't let the shopping, all the other secondary stuff get in the way of what Christmas really is about and stuff. Being, you know, with your family, remembering the birth of Christ, and just being there and in tune with what's going on in your environment around you. Enjoy it, take it all in, and make the best of it. So, any questions, call me at 667-5053. Check it on the website, ozarkchiropractic.com. Like us on Facebook, share us with others. And oh yeah, by the way, we passed our DOT exam back in November, so we're now able to do DOT exams for drivers. So if you know somebody's a driver and they're needing an exam, we'd be glad to help them out. So you guys have a great day. Until next week, I want to thank you very much.